Good morning. Hope y'all are having a great day today. Tuesday, it's currently 64 degrees out. It's absolutely beautiful. The sky is blue. The birds are chirping. It's going to be a high of 74. I'm getting ready to go pick up Dakota to get our day started. I'm sure you've seen the thumbnail. It's not clickbait, you guys. That's true. We got the baseball fields. I'm not 100%. I don't like to say it's 100%. But I know you guys have a ton of questions, and I've seen it in the comment section about the baseball field, so I'm going to answer all those questions a little bit later in this video. But I did want to let you guys know that we have talked. She did reach out to me again. She told me that I want to move forward, but there's a few things behind the scenes that you guys didn't really get to hear from my last video about it. So we're going to talk about that. Also, I have some other news about my other mower. I got a bunch of news today, you guys, but first things first, we're going to go get Dakota, and then we're going to head to our first property, and we're going to start getting some of these things done. So I'll see you guys when we get there. All right, you guys, so I just dropped off Dakota, so now let's get down to business. Let's talk about these baseball fields. So to fill anybody in who doesn't know what's going on, about a month ago, I had one of my clients reach out to me. She had just taken over 6 baseball fields. They're all on the same property. They're all right next to each other. So it's a very heavily used softball, baseball, t-ball field, and well, she took it over as the president, and there's 30 or 40 people on this board, and they all have kids or relatives or friends or family that play on this field all the time. But anyway, the person that used to run it before she took it over, she did a good job, did a great job. Just to give you guys some context, they don't have a bunch of money to put into these fields. This is pretty much the only money they get is from concession stands, and they do raffles and they go door-to-door sales and stuff like that. Like, they raise money for their softball teams and whatever. So I mean, they have to do a lot of maintenance. Someone's got to empty the trash cans, they've got to fix picnic tables, pretty much anything that would require, you know, something that's outdoors like that. There's a lot of maintenance that goes into it. So to save a bunch of money, they tried to come up with some kind of system where every week they would rotate, somebody else would be in charge of mowing the fields. So you've got to think this is just some regular average Joe out there on their little Cub Cadet from Home Depot, you know, and their little Ryobi weed whackers or whatever it might be, getting these 6 fields done, and 3 of them are huge. I mean, they're huge fields, and it's a big property. It's probably 15, 20 acres at least, with not too many trees on this property, so there's a lot of weed whacking because they have bleachers and they've got dugouts, they've got fences all around everywhere. So for one average person who, you know, doesn't do this for a living and doesn't have commercial equipment, it probably took them 6, 7, 8 hours just to get that done. So finding volunteers to come out and take care of that was quite a task in itself. So that was one of the reasons why she had stepped down and let this new person take it over, because she just couldn't find the time in her day to get all that done and go to these meetings and stuff like that. So she took it over, and when she had taken it over, they were actually in their off-season month. There's like a month and a half where there's nobody playing on the fields. So when I was recording that video, you guys had seen the field that hadn't been mowed in probably 2-3 weeks at least. And the last time it was mowed by somebody who, you know, they didn't do a professional job. They just pretty much got out there, weed whacked a little bit, and then made sure the fields were mowed. That was like, they just wanted the bare bones to get it done. But yes, there is a ton of people who play on all these fields, and I gave her a quote and took the opportunity because they're going to give me sponsorship. They're going to let me put banners up on the fences. They're also going to let me put logos on some of their local team shirts. It was just an all-around good deal that I couldn't pass up. But she reached out to me a couple days ago and told me that she wanted to move forward with my services, and she needed to touch base with the other members that were on the board and make sure everything was good to go and fill them in with the details. So the last time we talked, I talked about this, there was very little information, because the day she talked to me about it was the day she had taken it over. So there was a lot that went into it, and I know the fields looked terrible, and I had a couple of you commenting on it, asking about it, so I wanted to fill you guys in on it. There was a lot going on in a big process for somebody who had just taken it over. So there was a lot to go over. There was a ton of stuff. You got to remember, she's also the head coach for her daughter's softball team. So, I mean, they've got to get jerseys worked out. They've got to get the scheduling worked out. They've got to do practices. There's a bunch of stuff that she had to get done. And the last thing that she was worried about was making sure that somebody could mow the grass. And if all else fails, I think that her husband has a 0-turn mower, so he could go out there and get the grass cut. But don't tell her I told you this, but I literally would have, I wanted to do these fields so bad, you guys. Even if I wasn't making any money doing them, I would still do them, just because the simple fact of all the kids that I get to help, and all the free sponsorships that are going to come with it. I mean, we're talking hundreds of people are going to see this property. And what's really nice is it's like a straight up rags to riches story. It's like a zero to hero, you know what I mean? It's from nothing to something. Like, this field has been neglected for years, and it needs so much love, and I plan on giving it all the lovin's in the world. And I'm gonna go above and beyond, because I want this thing to just look beautiful, and I want people to know who did it, and I guarantee I'm gonna get plenty of clients from it. It is gonna be a big job. The 2 months in the springtime is gonna be a weekly mowing, and then we're gonna go to every 2 weeks during the summer, and then definitely 2 weeks in the off season, and then we might keep it like that for the rest of the year, the rest of the season, just because of obviously the grass isn't gonna grow as much. But definitely gonna mow it every single week during the springtime. And I've got lots of plans, you guys, to go through and weed whack. And like I said, I wanted all the fence lines, I wanted to take about 6 inches off the fence to make it just dirt, so that I don't have to weed whack around the fences anymore. So that's going to be really nice. It's pretty much just going to be mowing and then weed whacking the outer perimeter pretty much around like the dugouts, the bleachers and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's going to be a monster project, you guys. I'm going to be there almost every single week because there's just going to be sticks that need to be done. No tree trimming has been done on this property. I mean, I don't think ever. So there's a lot of big limbs and trees that I could take down, really open it up. Just a ton of stuff that I could do. Their roads and their driveways and their paths and their walkways have all just been completely overgrown with weeds and grass. And I plan on going in there and you know, trying to get some of that under control as well. But I mean, we're talking a monster project, you guys. And I'm pretty sure on the video when I first showed you, I talked about price in there, but I can't really, I don't want to talk about the price on this project because there's just going to be a lot of people involved, and I feel like it's just going to cause headaches for everybody. So I just want you guys to know that I am being taken care of. I will be making a profit from this. I'm not doing this for charity. I'm not doing it for free. I am making some money off of it, and it's going to make awesome videos for you guys, lots of content. If you have any ideas, tools that you recommend I pick up for the jobs, anything like that, leave them in the comment section, you guys. But I'm super stoked. If you have any questions that I didn't just go over, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Come back and check us out tomorrow. I'll have another video up for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.